You just got pulled aside at TSA. Your bag's been flagged, there's an agent with gloves walking towards you, and the line behind you is staring. The worst part? You did exactly what you were told to do. Here are 10 TSA rules you've been following that are completely wrong. This is probably the most repeated travel tip on the internet. Everyone says it, everyone does it, and it's not actually what TSA requires. TSA requires a quart-sized, clear, resealable bag. A standard Ziploc sandwich bag is often too big or too floppy, and an overstuffed one is actually one of the top reasons bags get pulled for additional screening. Plus, here's the part that changes everything. Airports that have the newer CT scanners don't even require you to remove your liquids bag from your carry-on at all. The bag just goes straight through. To check if your airport has CT scanners, look it up on the TSA website before you travel. If they do, leave the liquids in your bag entirely. PreCheck is one of the best things you can do as a frequent traveler, but it is not a guaranteed pass-through security. PreCheck passengers are still selected for random additional screening, and in 2026, with new agents filling in at checkpoints across the country, random selection rates have reportedly gone up. PreCheck also does not get you out of the Real ID requirement. You still need a Real ID compliant license or a valid passport. PreCheck reduces friction. It does not eliminate it. You can still be stopped because you can. This one is so automatic that people do it without even thinking. They walk up to the bin, sit down, and start untying. But if you have TSA PreCheck, you do not need to remove your shoes in most cases. And if you are 75 or older, you are also exempt from shoe removal, even in standard screening. Some airports with newer imaging technology don't require it at all anymore. Taking off your shoes when you don't need to actually slows the line down, and in the wrong lane, it can flag you for unusual behavior. Check your screening type before you start unlacing. I still hear this one constantly, and I want to put it to rest for good. TSA allows almost all solid food through the security checkpoint. Sandwiches, fruit, snacks, even a full rotisserie chicken, totally allowed. The confusion comes from spreadable foods, which TSA treats as liquids. Hummus, peanut butter, yogurt, jam. Those follow the 3-1-1 rule. But solid food? Bring it. Pack your own lunch. Skip the $18 airport sandwich. You are allowed to do this, and your wallet will thank you. Okay, I promised you number 5, early on, and here it is. This is the myth I see even experienced travelers get completely wrong. I cannot tell you how much unnecessary stress this one causes. Travelers panic, repack everything, and sometimes throw out pill organizers they've used for years, all because of a rule that does not exist. TSA does not require your medications to be in their original pharmacy containers for domestic flights. You can use a pill organizer, a daily sorter, whatever system works for you. TSA is screening for security threats, not checking your pharmaceutical packaging. Now here's an important distinction. For international travel, original packaging can matter at customs in certain countries, but that is a customs issue, not a TSA issue. For flying within the US, pack your medications, however, is most convenient for you. Nope, empty water bottles have always been allowed through TSA security. What gets confiscated is a bottle with liquid inside it. Bring an empty reusable bottle, carry it through the checkpoint, and fill it at a water fountain on the other side. You will save around $6 every single flight, and you will stay more hydrated than you would sipping from a tiny plastic cup. This is one of my absolute favorite airport habits. Most domestic U.S. airlines do not weigh carry-on bags. The weight limits exist on paper, but enforcement at the gate is rare. What actually gets you is the size. If your bag doesn't fit in the overhead bin or the gate sizer, that's where the real problem starts, especially now, with the carry-on crackdown happening at major airlines. Focus on dimensions, not weight. If it fits, it flies. Budget carriers and international airlines are a different story. They do enforce weight limits, but usually at check-in, not the gate. This one has cost people a lot of money. If you buy a bottle of wine or spirits at a duty-free shop and then have a connecting flight where you go through security again, your duty-free purchase will be confiscated if it exceeds 3.4 ounces, even if it is still in the sealed duty-free bag. The sealed bag exemption only applies on international arrivals with no connection, so only buy duty-free on your last flight of the trip. Otherwise, that expensive bottle is going in the bin, and there is no getting it back. This one is important to get right because the agencies involved are different. TSA itself screens your device as a physical object. They may ask you to power it on to confirm it works, but that is a security check, not a data search. TSA does not have the authority to look through your phone contents. However, CBP, Customs, and Border Protection absolutely can search your device at international entry points, and they do not need a warrant. In 2026, the lines between agencies at some checkpoints are blurring, so knowing who you are dealing with matters. It sounds straightforward. 3.4 ounces, 1 clear quart bag, 1 bag per person. But right now, enforcement genuinely varies airport to airport and even checkpoint to checkpoint. Some airports with CT scanners are skipping the rule entirely. Others are still enforcing it strictly. Some agents pull the bag, others wave it through. The safest approach in 2026 is to assume the rule applies unless you can visually confirm CT scanners at your specific checkpoint. When in doubt, keep your liquids separate. Do not assume the experience you had last time will be the same experience you have next time, because right now, it might not be.
Mistake number 1, rushing to board. You think Group 1 wins the bin space war, but have you heard the new sound of American airports? American and United have installed sensors that scream at you if you scan before your group is called. But here's the real secret. As soon as your ticket scans, the airline stops their delay clock. They trap you in the jet bridge, a freezing, unventilated tunnel, for 20 minutes just to pad their on-time stats. Sit down, let the lice fight. Board last. The plane literally cannot leave without you once you check in. If they delay you for 4 hours, they will hand you a $15 digital food voucher. Do not click accept yet. In 2026, airlines are sneaking a settlement clause into the terms and conditions of that $15 sandwich. By accepting the voucher, you might be digitally signing away your right to the $650 cash compensation under EU Regulation 261 or the new US DOT refund rules. Ask the agent directly, does this voucher waive my right to statutory cash compensation? Watch them freeze. You walk up to the gate. The camera stares at you. The agent says, just look here. It feels mandatory. It is not. As of spring 2026, TSA expanded touchless ID to 65 airports, but they forgot to tell you that 99% of people can still opt out. You have the legal right to say, I am opting out, and use your physical ID. The fix: don't build their database for free. Keep your biometric data off the server. Opt out. You ask for a fragile sticker to keep your bag safe. Baggage handlers have admitted to me, this sticker is a target. In the pit, a fragile bag breaks the flow. It requires special stacking. When a handler is rushing 50 bags a minute, your high-maintenance sticker often gets your bag buried at the bottom of the stack out of spite. Don't use a sticker. Use a polycarbonate hard shell that can take the hit. This is the specific 2026 trap. London Heathrow dropped the 100 ml liquid rule. You buy a giant bottle of whiskey there, then you connect in Rome. Guess what? Rome didn't drop the rule. Security confiscates your $200 bottle because the new scanners aren't universal yet. The liquid freedom is a lie. Do not buy duty-free liquids until your final leg. You see a USB port on the seatback screen. You plug in. You just made a mistake. USB ports transfer data and power. We are seeing juice jacking attacks where the seatback entertainment system itself, or a modified kiosk, siphons data from your phone the moment it handshakes. Use the power brick and the wall outlet. It creates a physical firewall between you and the plane. You kept the airline apple for a snack later. Big mistake. U.S. Customs recently updated their zero-tolerance agriculture policy. An undeclared apple in your bag is a biosecurity violation. The fine is no longer a warning. It is instant. $500 to $1,000. And you lose your global entry status instantly. Leave the food on the plane. The booth says 0% commission. That is technically true, but look at the rate. The real exchange rate is 1.10. They are selling it to you at 1.25. They hid the fee in the spread. You are paying a 15% idiot tax just for convenience. Walk past the booth. Use a bank ATM in the city. The agent says the flight is full. They are lying, or rather they are lazy. 10 minutes before departure, crew rest seats and blocked elite seats are often released back into the inventory. Once you board, open the airline app, refresh the seat map. If you see a Go seat, open up an Economy Plus, just move. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Finally, The lost bag payout. They will offer you $50 for essentials. Reject it. As of December 28th, the Montreal Convention liability limit was raised. They now owe you up to 1,519 SDRs. That is roughly $2,000 USD for your reasonable expenses. Buy the nice suit. Keep the receipt. Quote, Montreal Convention Article 22, and watch them cut the check. Montreal Convention Article 22. Now that you know the surface-level tricks, let me explain the psychology. Airlines spent billions studying human behavior. They know exactly how to push your buttons. Take the gate lice alarm. It's not about orderly boarding. It's about public shaming. That beep when you scan early, everyone turns to look. You feel embarrassed. Next time you follow the rules perfectly, but following their rules costs you money. Think about the meal voucher trap. They're banking on your hunger. 4 hours into a delay, you're starving. That $15 voucher looks like salvation. You click accept without reading anything. Congratulations. You just saved them 635s. The face scan, they make it seem routine, like checking your ID. But you're training their AI, building their database, for free. Every face they scan improves their facial recognition accuracy by 0.001%. Multiply that by millions of passengers. You're not a customer, you're unpaid labor. Here's what nobody talks about. Airlines operate in a legal gray zone. International flights cross jurisdictions. Different countries, different rules. They exploit every gap. That Montreal Convention I mentioned, most people have never heard of it. Airlines count on that. They offer you peanuts, hoping you don't know your rights. Same with EU 261 compensation. Delayed in Europe, you could be owed 600 euros, but they'll offer you a coffee voucher instead, and 90% of people take it. Why? Because we're tired. We just want to get home. They know this. Think airlines work alone? Think again. Airports are complicit. Those currency exchange booths, airports take a cut of that 15% spread. The more you lose, the more they make. Credit card companies are in on it too. That free priority pass lounge access, read the fine print. Blackout dates, guest fees, restrictions that make it nearly useless. Even the TSA plays along. PreCheck isn't about security, it's about data collection. They know more about your travel patterns than you do. So how do you beat them? Simple. Know the game. First, timing is everything. Book flights for Tuesday or Wednesday. Less crowded, less chaos, less chance for tricks. Second, pack like a minimalist. One bag, hard shell, no stickers, no logos, blend in. Third, never accept the first offer delayed, demand cash, not vouchers, bumped. Know your rights, lost bag, quote, regulations. Fourth, use technology against them. Flight trackers, seat maps, airport apps. They rely on information asymmetry. Level the playing field. Fifth, be forgettable. The passenger who stands out gets targeted. Dress normal. Act normal. Save the confrontation for when it counts. It's going to get worse before it gets better. Airlines are testing. Biometric boarding, no opt-out. Dynamic pricing. Prices change based on your browsing history. Social credit scoring. Your Instagram affects your upgrade chances. Predictive delays. They'll delay flights they predict you'll miss. But here's the thing. Every system has weaknesses. Every algorithm has blind spots. Every policy has loopholes. The question is, will you find them first or will they find you? Screenshot this. Save it. Study it. Because knowledge is your only weapon in the airport wars. Next time you fly, you'll see it all differently. The crowds at the gate, the random security checks, the helpful gate agent offering vouchers. You'll see the matrix, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. But that's the point. They profit from ignorance, from compliance, from exhaustion. Not anymore. Not you. You know their secrets. You know their games. You know their weaknesses. Now use them. Because in the battle between airlines and passengers, the informed traveler always wins. And that $2,000 they owe you for your lost bag, that's just the beginning. Welcome to the resistance. 8 airport rules are changing in 2026. And even if you fly every single week, at least one of these is going to catch you off guard. That bag you've flown with a dozen times, it might not make it past the gate. Your favorite travel outfit, it could get you denied boarding. And that loyalty program you've been building for years, it might be worth a whole lot less than you think. But here's the good news. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's changing, how to prepare for each one, and the one phrase that can actually protect you if you ever get stopped at the gate. Let's start with the change that honestly made me the most frustrated. The U.S. Department of Transportation just launched a campaign telling passengers to be nicer. Seriously, they want you to say please and thank you more often. Now look, I am absolutely all for being kind to flight crews and gate agents. These people work incredibly hard, but here's what got under my skin. The government is pointing the finger at passengers for unruly behavior while completely ignoring the fact that seats are shrinking, legroom is disappearing, and customer service has been on a steady decline. So, here's my advice. Yes, be kind to the crew. Always. But if you receive genuinely bad service, don't just rant about it on social media. File an official complaint with the DOT. That actually goes on record. A tweet does not. This one is wild. Delta just banned AI smart glasses, specifically the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, from being worn on their flights. And Spirit Airlines now explicitly bans passengers who are, and I'm quoting here, inadequately clothed. The problem is that nobody can seem to agree on what that actually means. Is a crop top inadequate? What about pajamas? What about athleisure? Here's the thing. Dress codes are being enforced more aggressively, but they're still incredibly vague. So if you ever get stopped at the gate for what you're wearing, here is your magic phrase. Ask the agent, can you show me where that is written in your official policy? 9 times out of 10, they can't. And that question alone can change the entire conversation. Keep it polite, keep it calm, but know your rights. This next one is a real problem. You may have heard the term jetway Jesus. It refers to passengers who fake needing wheelchair assistance just to skip the line and board early. These incidents are up 30%, and they are draining the resources meant for passengers who genuinely need help. To make matters worse, the DOT actually paused new rules that were supposed to penalize airlines for mishandling or breaking wheelchairs. So right now, there's less accountability and more demand than ever. If you or someone you're traveling with needs wheelchair assistance, here's what I'd recommend. Arrive at least 3 hours early and confirm your assistance request 48 hours before your flight. Don't assume it'll just be there. Okay, if you've ever tried to board before your zone was called, listen up. France just introduced fines of up to 20,000 euros for unruly passenger behavior, and that includes standing up too early or crowding the boarding area. Here in the US, American Airlines is rolling out new gate scanners that will literally beep loudly and lock you out if you try to scan your boarding pass before your group is called. Everyone at the gate will know. It is a full-on walk of shame back to the end of the line. So, if you've been in the habit of hovering near the gate, hoping to sneak on early, those days are officially numbered. This is the one that is going to sting the most for frequent flyers. Southwest is ending open seating. Gone. They're also ending bags fly free. Checked bags will now cost between $35 and $45. American Airlines basic economy tickets now earn 0 miles and 0 loyalty points. You read that right, 0. And there are rumors that basic business class is coming, where you pay for a business class seat but get none of the perks. The bottom line is that loyalty programs are being quietly gutted, and if you're not paying attention, you could be earning nothing on flights you're paying full price for. Now here's some actually good news. Delta, United, and Southwest are all rolling out free Wi-Fi. United is even using Starlink. But here's the catch that nobody is talking about. You have to be a signed-up loyalty member to access it. If you're not enrolled in their frequent flyer program, you're paying somewhere between $8 and $25 per flight. The fix is simple. Sign up for every airline's loyalty program before you fly. It's free, it takes 2 minutes, and it saves you money every single time. If you have a priority pass, you've probably already noticed this. Lounges are packed. Some are straight up turning members away at the door. Delta is capping the number of visits you can make per year and raising the spending requirements to even qualify. The era of easy lounge access through credit card perks is rapidly ending. If lounge access matters to you, double check your card benefits now, because what worked last year might not work next month. And here is the biggest one. If you're planning to travel to the UK or Europe in 2026, there is new paperwork you need to know about. The UK now requires an ETA, which is an electronic travel authorization, and Europe is rolling out ETIS, which has been delayed to late 2026. Here's the scary part. Airlines will deny you boarding at your home airport if you haven't applied and paid online before you show up. This is not something you can sort out at the gate. My recommendation? Apply at least 60 days before your trip and print a physical copy of your approval. Don't rely on your phone battery or airport Wi-Fi for something this important. So, those are the 8 rule changes headed your way. But knowing these rules won't matter much if you make a critical packing mistake that gets your bag flagged or your items tossed at security. I put together a full checklist that covers exactly what to pack and how to pack it, so you never get caught off guard at TSA. I'll leave a link to that down in the description. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join us back here for more travel tips and hacks each week. And I will see you in the next video soon. Bye.